Alright, let's get us some music going. Welcome to the MailleWerX live stream. My name's Sean. I run MailleWerX.com. And, oh, I like this music. That's the notification I'm looking for. Alright, what I think we're gonna do is continue working with some more of the chain reaction rings. So we were working on this project yesterday. This is going to end up being a bag. I've got this other project here. Let's turn Frank on. Alright. This is a lovely piece of elf weave, and got two ring sizes to it to make that natural curve. We're trying to get it to where it fits snugly around this coffee cup and goes over the edge, and then we'll figure out how to wrap the bottom, right? So at least that is where we left off. I think it'll work. This part is really loose. I think hopefully we can pull it tight on the bottom. That would be really nice. Let's see here. We might have to start connecting this just to see if we're going to be able to do it at all. Means getting the ends in order here. If it's too loose, then it won't work, right? It looks like we need to start with this top row here. We'll probably remove one of. There's two rings here. We'll probably remove one of those, and that'll make it like snug as a bug in a rug. I can get it, yeah. All right, let's shoot for that. And this, we're not going to be. Just take this one out. Because you have to put in, there's two sides to elf weave, or there is a identifiable top and bottom, right? We may have to take out more than that in order to get it. All right, let's kind of remove a row here. A little, what's the word? If I left these in, it would make it a little too loose. Like the cat in Aristocats. Too loose. Right. And I've got 16 gauge 1/4 inch rings here and 16 gauge 5/16 rings that I'm working with. We're just going to do this first row. We're going to try. Oh, that's backwards. We're gonna have to do the bottom portion first. Now I gotta figure out how to do that. I think that we need to put one ring going up through here. One in this one, up and out. I may have to take this apart and try again. That's okay. It doesn't look like much. That is the ring that was supposed to go there, right? I didn't take that one out, did I? Yeah. No, screwed. Okay, hang on. What rings do I need to take out then? What other rings do I need to take out? If I don't, if I sew it up as it is right now, there's gonna be it's just gonna end up being too loose to hold itself in place, so I thought maybe I was wrong. Just holding this in place, trying to figure out if I can squeeze this tight enough. Like, yeah. Okay, so all right. Give this one more try. Maybe if I look at it from out here. Right. Okay. I think I know what to do. There's a top and a bottom to this weave, right? And if I, it's 3 rows wide at a minimum. If I start here, this is going to be tough. I think that's correct. Then this ring needs to go between these 2 rings that I've just connected in a specific manner. Like so. Oh wait, no. This is looking correct. Try and add one more ring here. Of course, you guys can't see anything. So this is gonna be fun. This is super tight. And this is aluminum, it's not like it's steel, right? Come on, you were just there. Don't tell me I just did that wrong. I did. Okay, hang on. Go this way. Oh man, that's gonna be so hard to do. Okay, so I gotta like reverse how I've opened this ring. Okay. Take it from like a lefty to a righty ring. Don't do that. Don't be difficult. Go in your home. Ooh, my hands are sweating. I reversed how I opened the ring. Now I gotta get it through here. Should let me if it's woven the right way. I may just be screwing up the whole thing. I can't tell with my hands in the way. Alright. Oh, sorry. Oh. Wow. Oh, it looks like I just screwed that up aplenty. That's awesome. I got it through the right way, but something's going on here. Let's take another look at this. Did I put a ring in the wrong place? Or is it that ring that's already in there? See, this may not work because it may just be too dang tight. Yeah, it looks like I screwed up. It's this ring that goes through over here. Oh, that's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tighter than the last one. I had the right idea. Oh my goodness. See, the problem is it's so tight that it might just rip itself apart. Right? So, what to do. I don't want that. Okay, see, it seems like there's room right here, so I should have started with one strip and gotten that together and then moved on to adding more rows, but that is also a huge pain in the butt, right? I mean, it's move far away in here. It wants to go. There's almost enough slack. My goodness. Don't go in there. What are you doing? Get out of there. Ring is tore up. Okay, I've got it through that ring. Now, man, that's so close. Like, I can slacken. Hey, Elizabeth. It's elf weave. It is a very dense weave. I can flex this enough to give me enough room. I mean, but let's see. It doesn't seem I want to go. I think if I get this first row started, I'll be good. I'm gonna make some space. Then once we get this first row in, we just build it back out again. It'll be fine. But like I said, this is aluminum, so like I don't want it so tight that it just rips itself apart. See, it's like, I don't know how many times I can say there's enough slack for it to go in here, but I cannot seem to catch where I need it to. This is what happens when you're wrapping stuff. It's a fight. There's no easy way to do it. Man. So I hung Christmas lights today. I've got a very tall house, and I didn't fall, but I did come close. I need this? No. We can just kind of angle this ring over. Come on. Oh, so close. Oh, sorry for knocking the camera around. Oh, man. Oh, I wonder if I can do this. This is called getting creative. I'm taking this pronged pair of pliers, squeezing the ends of this together, and we have success. Oh, we had it. We had it. We're so close. Okay, there it is. I don't want to use those. All right, it's through. Come on, give me a little wiggle room to work with here. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, that row is on there. See if we can close up. Grateful you're well. Time to assembling our tree today. Yeah, I didn't fall off the ladder. Making a Godzilla tree? Nice. Yeah, I put up Christmas lights. I had to take down the old ones from last year because I'm not the hugest fan of heights, and I don't like going up on this ladder, so I just left them up there. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fight anything. All right, don't tell me that has to be connected now. Well, it sure looks like it, doesn't it? Alright, something screwy here. Okay, that's better. I think there's just too many rings in the way, really, to be honest, you know? And then kid's got his Christmas pageant coming up, so he needed new clothes, and Renee went and got him a new dress shirt and dress pants. His dress pants are a size 14 because the dress pants he has at home are a size 14, or I'm sorry, are a size 12. And we went to go and see what the next size up would be. Got him the 14. And of course, you know what? Wouldn't you know it? The size 12 that we had at home is the same as the size 14 that was bought at the store. So, and the similar sized shirt was too large. So we have one pair of pants that are size 12 that are too small, and one pair of pants that are size 14 that are also too small. All right. Man, these closures are gonna suck. Alright, not everything can be perfect in life. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. Alright. I'm sweating. Yeah, here comes the fun part. Getting this ring through all the rings I just connected. I'm gonna want to come from over here. Come here, you. Where'd you go? Okay. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right. That is 2 rows successfully joined. Like that. Get this ring out of the way. These are chain reactions rings, and they're so good I can never find the freaking closures. That's how good they are. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I gotta do the same thing I just did one more time, right? Connect these 2 rings. I open my rings with the left side down, right? I don't know how people weave with that the other way around. I really don't. Come on. Now that I got a feel for what I'm doing, it's kind of going better. Ooh, buddy, come on. I got a bunch of rings in the way. Alright, that's okay. these any narrower? Nope, they are grippy. Got a nice grip to them. Problem with grippy pliers is that they mar your rings. Okay. We're not using them. Whoa. I need to, how many times I hit the camera? Alright, let's start a drinking game. Every time I hit the camera, you guys drink. Is this commission or for fun? This is for fun. I don't do commission work. I've done it, don't get me wrong. I typically do not do it. Right? And especially since I started this stream, if anybody wants something from commission and they ask me about making them something, unless it's one of the bracelets I specifically make, I will make these for people. I will send them off to a chainmail artist who is closer to them, or one that has time and can, you know, get all their specifications and ship and send it. So I do not don't do commission work. All right, you wonder how it's going to close on the base. I'm wondering too. Because what I've got here is two different ring sizes of elf weave, right? 16 gauge 1/4 inch first 3 rows, and the next 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are 16 gauge 5/16, right? Man, that is on there, and it's not like, it's tight. That's a good sign, right? Hopefully, you know, this will last a nice long time. It won't, I might even use this for a daily coffee cup. All right, figure out where I'm at here. But it's not like pulling itself apart, which is good. What we want. Okay, this needs to come out. This is in the way. To put it back in a minute, but that's okay. The Ring Lord and Chainmail Joes open their rings different ways. That was interesting to work with, but basic 4 once, no problem. You hate commissions too? Yeah. Alright, so I have a ring down below. Yes and no. I can't tell if there's supposed to be a ring down there or not. Yeah, there is. Pull this out of the way. It wants to sit in the way. All right. Yeah, a lot of people open their rings a different way. I didn't learn from anybody. I am, for all intents and purposes, relatively self-taught, shy of some internet tutorials that were mostly free. And by the time I had discovered those, I had already had a way of holding my pliers in place. So I don't know if anyone thinks that there's a correct way to hold your pliers. I'm sure someone out there has an opinion on it, but I don't know how people do it the other way. I can't get my head around it. Okay, that is through those rings. Do I care? I can't tell if I care if it's on top of them or not. it's like on the inside. Slide it into place. There you. There is no room to work with this. Come here. There you go. Okay. All right. And now it's going the right direction. Oh. Take out some of the stuff just because it's in the way, really. Right. But we're on to the 16 gauge 5/16. That should give us a much nicer well, it should give us some more room to work with. There we go. That was fairly simple. Let's see here. No, it doesn't need to go through there. That one's good. Oh, hey Kat, how you doing? I'm trying to figure out which way this ring needs to go. I think it comes up through here. And this one goes down like so. I think. Can't see it. I hope I wove that correctly, because I don't know if I'll be able to get it out. Don't do that. All right. That looks correct. Oh, I want to start on this side. All right. I don't remember when we got started on this coffee cup, but it was a while ago. And that does not go through there. There we go. Be so difficult. All right. Okay. I think we did that one right. All right. There is. You doing well? Cutting 20 gauge 3/16 for Christmas ornaments. Nice. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows done. All right. No-ish. Okay. So, lesson learned when elf weave, right? You're going to make a spot where it all comes together. Right, like just leave a blank at like a 45-degree angle and then bring it together. The more you know. All right, we might actually be getting to a point where you have to pull out some additional rings. That's a good sign. Alright, now I'm kind of at a space where there's enough room to work a little bit, you know. Your main pliers for 18, SU being smaller, are round. You tried normal shaped pliers and just didn't feel right? Yeah. You know, I don't know. I have the pliers that I have. People get real into their tools, and I would love to be able to, but just never something that I've been able to prioritize. I would love to experiment with more pliers. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now it's all coming together. Get some more rings here. See if this will all. See if this seam will come together. And I mean, it's looking like it. And we may end up adding one more row down at the bottom. Because we have the room, right? So this 16 gauge 5/16 stuff is kind of bunching up on me. That. What is trying to look through here and figure out where the other ring goes. I'm not making mistakes and like hiding them, you know what I mean? Looking great. Oh, thank you. I'm excited to see it finished too. It's kind of, I've done a lot of wraps and they're always a pain in the butt, so especially when you're trying to finish them up. I'm wondering, oh hey, that could, no, that is not part of the problem, but what ring am I trying to add here? This ring. Is there a missing? There is. That's my problem. I'm missing a ring in the center on the bottom. Like, this doesn't look right. Alright, nobody look at my closures on this real closely if you ever see it. I'm doing the best I can. Now we can do this, I think. Yeah, that kind of looks right. The real trick to doing wraps is like you hide all your closures under the handle so no one sees them. Okay. Make sure we get all the rings on the top and the bottom. Bottom. All right, now it is nice and loose in this 16 gauge 5/16 area, right? And these are the two bottom rings I'm adding, and then a top ring, and then we'll do the side of the elf weave, right? Alright, so what else could happen today? Okay, I found an article. So if you haven't been watching since yesterday, right? I received notification from work that I had to get the you-know-what in order to continue working because I work in healthcare, right? And so I talked with my boss today, and I was like, look, this thing is getting blocked all over the place. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it's blocked for our company too. So, you know, if that happens, let me know. I'd like to reapply for my job. And she said, absolutely. In fact, we'll probably just reinstate you. So I was like, great. Then, someone sent me an article, an article popped up on my news feed. Okay, something's backwards here. I did something wrong. I went in instead of out. That? Yeah. So, I was looking at not working after Monday. Or not, yeah. Come Monday, I wouldn't have a job anymore, right? And you say, but Sean, how can they do that? It's like, oh, trust me, they can. But I'm trying to dig into this ruling from a judge in Louisiana. There's words like a national. There you go. That's looking good. The title reads national blockage of the forced, the thing that all the healthcare workers have to get, right? So I'm hoping that's the case because, while I would love to take, a week off until this thing sorts itself off in the courts, I'd rather not miss work. So in lieu of that, I should take some time off at some point. Okay, what is going on here? Sorry, I gotta figure this out. Oh, okay, I see what I did. Outside in, inside out. Right? Did I do it right that time? That looks much better. You've only attempted elf weave once, never tried to close it off. Wonder if it's too dense for rubber rings. No, I don't think so. Get the vaccine? No. I have many reasons why I won't, and I won't go into detail in it here. But hi, Kevin. How you doing, buddy? I took time off in September. I did. All right. Kevin and I went camping in September. What is going on, man? All right. So hopefully, if what I'm reading is correct, I won't have to miss any work, which will be nice, and I won't have to go looking for work, which will be nice. So, okay, so here's an interesting thing that I've tried. It looks like this last row here is 16 gauge 1/4 inch rings, and I think that's just to tighten it up. And I don't think it'll tighten it up enough to where we don't have to continue down the side. But are we continuing down the side with 16 gauge 1/4 inch at this point? Well, it doesn't look as good as it does not look as good as Kevin. Kevin has a coffee cup for me, and it was one I did a really long time ago, and it uses like 20 gauge 1/8 rings, And it's a very curvy coffee cup. So I had to do a lot of experimentation with that one. Yeah, Kevin, if you have a link to the picture of the cup that I made you, that would be spectacular. Because I don't have a picture. Kevin has sent me a picture, don't get me wrong. And I should have taken a picture before I left the piece with him. But I did not. So I should have. You should always take good quality pictures of all your pieces prior to sending them anywhere. And I neglect to do that all the time. Alright. I think that's supposed to go through here, actually. What have I done here? What is this? Alright, sorry, I'm trying to look for these closures. Alright. Okay. That is all sewn up, so like this is really loose on the bottom, and I think that's why I went back to the 6 gauge 1/4 inch. I'm hoping the next row of 6 gauge 1/4 inch rings will make it really tight and probably stop at the edge if it makes it tight enough. You lose your cups too, often to mail them. No kidding on picks. You tend to give away more than sell and never remember. I never remember to take picks, even of like the professional stuff I do. All right. Well. All right. So let me add one more ring to kind of demonstrate this. When making elf weave, right, part of the reason why joining this along the edge is because there is a bottom ring right there and a top ring right there, and all throughout the whole weave. So that's what I was connecting on that seam earlier, or part of it anyway. So the first thing that I do when putting another row on, especially on a wrap, is I'm going to do the bottom row. And then I'll go back around and do the top row, and then I'll do the sides. The one way to think about elf weave. Alright. It'd be crazy if this like works really well. Alright. We'll see how tight this gets. Yeah, I'm hoping it will tighten the base as I go around, right? And then it would be really cool if it just ended right at the bottom. right? I haven't worked on this in a long time, and so I don't know exactly how much thought I put into this when I got started. But I've had this coffee cup sitting around for forever, and I got these rings, and it was just like, okay, it's time to do something. And this is a pretty gnarly graduation, going from 16 gauge 1/4 inch to 16 gauge 5/16, right? But it almost kind of works. I normally would use, you know, multiple ring sizes, but I don't have multiple ring sizes in this material. It's aluminum and not something I usually work in. What time is it? Ooh, oof, okay. We're not gonna have time to finish this, but maybe we can get some of this done. We might get all the way around, which, you know, that's nice because we can work on this project a little more tomorrow and then like knock it out. That would be awesome. So the other thing I'm gonna do, okay, if this next row of elf weave does not tighten it up sufficiently where this isn't flapping around like that, I will wrap the bottom, right? I've done that on multiple pieces to help pull things tight when they're loose. I've got a 64 ounce what do you call it? Oh, you go and get it filled at like a beer garden. Oh my gosh, okay, not a stein, it's oh, okay, music's good. It's not a decanter, it's, okay. It's this big thing that holds liquid that I covered in chainmail, right? And it was really loose. And once I wrapped the bottom, it's still kind of like the weave is clearly not tight around the side, but it's tight around the piece total. A growler, yes, thank you. A growler is the word. I was like, a guzzler? No, that's not it. A grimoire? No, that's not it. Or tighten with rubber rings. I don't have any rubber rings. I don't have anything against them, it's just personal preference. People make some cool stuff with them. I have played with them before, but no. I'll make it fit, even if it, you know, fits a little loose around the, I don't know, the belly of this coffee cup. We'll see. Sad Panda, wish you were your neighbor. You'd send you some to use for this. Alright. Well, I'm in Kenosha, Wisconsin, so if you're ever in the area. Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, I could order some, but I'm fairly certain that I can get it pretty tight, so. You're not confident enough to send a photo of this feed, whoever sent it to me? Okay, so check out either my personal page or the MailleWerX page. I'll post them both there. And probably the Chainmail group, because I don't think I've ever posted it in there before. Thank you, Kevin. Wish I knew how pliers worked, so I didn't mar up all my rings. I think we're gonna get one row all the way around on the bottom here. I think I bought this coffee cup at HEB in Texas. I miss HEB. Grocery stores up here are not, they're not as good. What's going on here? Why is there no, what has happened? Why is it doing this? Alright, I did something here. What's that? Alright. Okay. I'm just special. So once we have the bottom and top rows, right, like I consider this, if you have a sheet of elf weave, one strand wide, right? So you have the rings on either side and then the rings in the middle. And the rings that go down the middle are what I consider the top and the bottom, you know, of course, depending on how it's positioned. So these are the inside bottom rings, and then I'm gonna do the top side bottom rings. Is that it? Is that one more? You have a Grogu inlay? Cool. Yeah, wrap a cup with it. Heck yeah. And just, you know, walk around with it. Show people. Alright. Alright, see, if you look closely, we're just barely at the, just a little bit away. If I can get all the rings to hang down correctly. From the edge of the coffee cup, right? We should have enough space to get it in there. Let's try something real quick. We've already got all the way around. Okay, adding a couple of the top rings. And then see what happens when we try to hook this all together. And kind of see if it feels like it's tightening up. Yeah. Coffee cup wraps are a blast because everybody goes, oh, is that chainmail? I've done several at this point. Wow, I jacked that up, didn't I? I think this was my first time. My goodness. Feels like the first time. There we go. Ooh. Okay. That may not. You can do it one way, you should be able to do it the other. That's the theory, right? So if you can go to 16 gauge 5/16, you should be able to go back to 16 gauge 1/4 inch, but that's not wanting to. The world's not over, but this is not what I was expecting. But you know what? That's what happens with things like these. You know, they don't always go as planned, and sometimes you gotta rip them apart. But I tell you, okay. I think it's just tighter than. I think it just needs to be worked into place. All right, Elizabeth, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I'm always delighted when someone recognizes chainmail too. Oh, man. Oh my goodness, this might not work at all. Holy crap, that is tight. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this tomorrow night. I just started out wrong? I can't tell. Well, there's definitely a screw up here. Okay, I am not adding these rings correctly. Which is a problem. And again. I mean, that's still pretty. Yeah, it's so tight, it's pulling. Alright. No, I just did it wrong again. Hang on. So sorry. It wasn't working because I was doing it wrong. Gosh. I'm gonna screw this up the whole way around. You know how I know? Because I know me. Alright. Okay. There we go. That does seem to kind of tighten it up a little bit. We'll have to go all the way around to really see what the effects are, but it really does sit like right at the edge. So we get it tight, it might just sit nice and perfect, and we'll see. We will see what happens. I will post a picture of Kevin's coffee cup. Kevin, if you're still watching, I do appreciate you hanging out and joining us tonight. Kevin is an old army buddy of mine that I went to go see in September. Good guy, good friend, good mentor. Clearly we don't always agree on everything, but you know. And with that, all right, please go check out MailleWerX.com. The last day to order something from the website, if you want it before Christmas or by Christmas, at best case scenario, December 5th. Okay? So thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate each and all of your comments, and I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good night.